My name is Merrill, CEO of Mark Research. I'm a 35-plus year veteran of the research and insights community and the host of our podcast, On the Mark. Welcome to another Merrillism segment. Today's segment is, here are my 4 favorite questions to ask when I'm doing a reference check. Lots of my industry contacts are hiring people these days. Everyone has their own process, and most, if not all do reference checks. Clearly, checking references is close to the last step prior to offering a job, and most candidates will only give names of references of people who will really build them up and not usually say negative things about them. For me, I try and ask a few questions that give us some insight of the person we're interviewing. Before I give you my list, one of the questions I always ask, and I'm sure every one of my contacts in the industry does as well, if you had an open position, would you rehire the person? Assuming they work there, because sometimes you get a reference and they didn't work with that person. To me, this is an important question because about 21% of our staff left and came back at Mark. And I guess the grass isn't always greener on the other side. But for us, that's a big number and speaks a little bit to our culture. And no, I know what you're thinking. Everyone who leaves doesn't always have an opportunity to come back. The first question of my 4 I'd like to ask is, over the time you worked with the person, what did they get better at? Another question I like to ask is, what 5 words would you use to describe the person? I'm always curious what words are used. Do they use obvious ones like, oh, they're a team player, they're intelligent, they're hardworking? Or do they use words like competitive or overachiever? I like those words, and I think they illustrate a little bit more about the person. The third question I ask, and is my favorite, if our candidate came to you and said, I truly value your opinion, what do you think I need to get better at in the next 6 months? What do I need to improve at? And the reason I really like that question is it really isn't a common question that most people ask, and you kind of can't give a canned answer. At times, you can gather a little more intel prior to making your decision. The last question of my 4 is, can you describe what type of environment does this person thrive in? I believe you can gather some good information on that question as well. The reason is, some people don't thrive in different types of environments. And especially with COVID and more working independently at home, that is not for everybody. I truly look forward to hearing your thoughts on today's Merrillism, my 4 favorite questions to ask when I'm doing a reference check. What do you think of my questions? What are some of your go-to questions? I hope you have a great day. My name is Merrill Dubrow. Stay well, be safe, and please, stay in touch.